guys, Romie here, so please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Basketball Wives Season 6, Episode 7. I do apologize for this review being up late. I actually did something I normally don't do, which is sleep, so that's why you're getting it late. Next week, it'll be back to the regular scheduled program. Now, it starts off with everyone's outside. When I say everyone, we have Evelyn, Jackie's not outside, she's still inside. Tammy, Shawnee on one side. Then Malaysia and Brandi, Maxille on the other side. Brandi is in the other girls. Well, actually, Jackie was out there. She did come out there, so I was right. And Brandi wants to know, wait a minute, what's wrong with them? Why don't you want to talk to me? Why don't you want to talk to me? Shawnee in the confessional talks about how, why would we want to talk to you? You annoy us, you bother us. We already said that we didn't want you there. Malaysia's looking like, I don't understand what the problem is. Even though Tammy made it very clear that she wasn't going to be in the same space as Brandi, because of X, Y, and Z that occurred when they were on their girls' trip. So now we have the originals going and leaving. Jackie feels like she's in the middle and confused as far as what's going on, because they're like, oh, did you know about this? No, of course I didn't know about this. Why would I know about this? Evelyn's just rolling with her main crew, which I say that's a smart move. So now the rest of the ladies go back inside, and Malaysia's trying to figure out, I don't understand, why are they upset? Why are they bothered? And I love me some Malaysia. But Malaysia, it's kind of slick. See, I see you. Yep, you're a Leo, because I'm a Leo too. I see what you tried to do there. You tried to flip it and reverse it. You said, well, I let them know that, you know, she's my friend and she's going to be around me. So yes, does that mean that at some point in time she'll be around? Yeah. But there's a huge difference between you inviting your friend beforehand, not telling them that you actually invited them, and technically you're the plus one. So it's like, oh, so now we're just inviting everyone back. Like, I get it, it's a show and production wanted her to be there anyway. So I understand that that's the reality of the situation. But just coming from, let's pretend like it's not a show for a moment. Let's just pretend. It looks really messy, you doing that. And Brandi, you acting like you have no idea why they'd be upset with you. Shawnee already said that you and her weren't really friends. You kind of agreed, but you said let bygones be bygones, and she agreed regarding that. Tammy has issue with you because of Duffy. Done. Get it. Understood. Evelyn, she doesn't know you, so she's not going to go and rock with a crew that she doesn't know and, you know, piss on the one that she does know. So that's why she left. And that's the thing that irks me. You really don't know why they don't like you. That's the problem. If you don't know why people don't like you, and they said it multiple times. Now, I do understand the Duffy thing is recent, so of course Brandi wouldn't know about that. So we'll move forward past that. Now, things take a turn for the worse at the dinner table, because Saniy'yah, she was lit. She was lit. She was like, look, Jackie. Jackie and Saniy'yah are borderline hitting on each other. Saniy'yah's just like, look, I don't understand what's going on, because she's slurring the words. She's spilling stuff. Food's not really going in her mouth. And she's like, you know, I have to go. I have to go. This isn't what I signed up for. That's not what she said, but I'm improvising. And she's just going, and she's like, I have to get up. Woman could barely get up. So they're like, oh, what are you doing? And Malaysia had to look up. Producers, come out. Get her. What are you doing? Stop. Look. Get her. You see what she's doing? She came and walked. She's about to fall, so then they need to go and carry her away. Bonnie Jills is like, ooh, she a little litty out here. No. I don't know about this one over here. I don't know about this one. Because they were saying you need to eat something. You need to eat something so that it can absorb some of that alcohol. Because we already know that you and whatever basketball player that you were fooling around with, regardless if you're still kind of in communications or not at all, it's relevant. All I know is that we know a little bit too much about you, a little too soon, came off abrasive, and now you're drunk. Now you're drunk. Now the dinner table scene is over and done with, because they're doing too much. Jackie, you know, Jackie's the one that normally looks crazy looking drunk out here in these streets, on these Basketball Wives streets. That's why she was like, you know, I like her. What's the problem? What's the problem? I said, there's a huge problem. She can't be going nothing like that. She can't be going nothing like that. And Jackie's also a little perturbed as to, she feels like she's in the middle now, because, oh, if looks like there's a divide between the LA girl and the Miami girls, and at the end of the day, I thought that was cool with Shawnee and them but now it looks like that's not the case, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I said, Jackie, it's not that serious, and it's not about you. So next day, Evelyn and Shawnee go and meet up because they have to discuss what happened. They have to discuss what happened regarding that Brandi showing up. And Evelyn's just like, yeah, I don't really know her. I don't really know her. It's like, yeah, of course you don't. You were on the show to really be around her. But we know that Tammy doesn't like Brandi, so it's like, all right, if Tammy doesn't like her and now I'm cool with Tammy again, then I just have to go and leave. Jackie goes and stays, so I'm like, I don't know where her loyalties lie. I don't know what's really going on with her, but it's not really about her. It just seems really repetitive. That's why sometimes I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over with them, because I'm not fully sure if I'm saying the same thing over and over regarding them. Saniy'yah, she decides that, well, before that, Jackie has this pottery class, and she invites Kristen. Kristen is there, as well as Nick Young's, what was it, Kiara? I believe Kiara was there. And everything was going well. Psych. Psych. The issue was, well, the main issue beside the sexual innuendos was that, Kiara, I don't know why she's on the show. I really don't know why she's on the show. I feel like they're purposely trying to put her in scenes just to have her in there. But she's not really doing anything, really showing much of herself. So it feels like, why are you here? Why are you here? Is there going to be a bigger blow up later on? And so that's why they're like, well, let's keep these scenes in. But mind you, because the main issue, Kristen, even though she wasn't supposed to be the main character, they upgraded her quickly because her sister couldn't talk because of the, restraining order, not restraining order, the gag order placed on her. Oh, Kiana. Yeah, Kiara. Like I said, that's how little. But the main issue there is Jackie versus Kristen. Jackie wants it to be known that, look, I was not trying to set you up, because Kristen said, I thought it was Fugazi. How are you going to go and have some ladies, they're talking about me, and you're my actual friend in the group, but you don't go and defend me or at least give me the 401 regarding, here's what's going to happen, and just so that you're prepared for it, or even could have stopped it before it really was in motion to happen. I feel set up. I feel hurt. And Jackie was like, look, here's how it went down. None of that happened. If you have a problem with it, I can go in the dark. I can go in the mud. I can go with... You want to have a problem? Because we don't have any problems. But trust and believe, I'm not no punk. So if you're going to go and try to check me, then prepare to get checked yourself. Kristen said, oh, okay, because it just felt weird because, I was feeling a certain way. My struggles and with the whole pregnancy and losing the baby. And so then it just felt foul, felt wrong. I get that Kristen had the chip on her shoulders, so that was her opportunity to talk to Jackie, fine. But at some point, we're going to have to let this go. I know this all happened in a short period of time, but at some point, we need to let this go. I feel like if you talk about it a couple more times, then it's done. It's dead. It's buried. It's done, it's dead, and buried. I get it. She didn't get to talk to Jackie, so this is her opportunity to do so. But after this, it needs to be done. I don't care about this. I don't want to hear you talk about this. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Now, Saniy'yah meets up with Kristen's sister, Asia, or I believe. And Asia does not like Kristen. She's made it very clear that their parents don't. Their moms don't like each other, so that transferred over onto the daughters, and now we have the situation of Saniy'yah is telling her everything that happened, how she was paid to come there to give this makeover to this girl, and then I found out, I was like, oh, it was your sister. Yeah, because I didn't know that at the time that it was for your sister. So then I said, wait a minute, so you know her. At first, I was just like, oh, so are you trying to pretend like we didn't know each other and all this stuff? But no, it was that Saniy'yah is Asia's friend. So it's just like, oh my God, small world. They want me to just make over on your sister. Crazy, right? And the sister got upset because I made this joke about a meme that I saw about something about, you can be ugly but still dress nice or something like that. Or broke but still dress nice. And Asia was like, look, let's be real. If I have the clothes right now, trust me, I want that globe one day. So if I have the clothes right now, then it's real. And I said, look, okay, that's your friend. That's your friend. Of course, it's not going to offend you. You get her humor. You're very similar, very alike. We got it. What we didn't expect was this, because Saniy'yah continued on and said Kristen was upset because about her having the miscarriage, and she said abortion. I said, excuse me, what? Abortion. I was there. It wasn't no dang miscarriage. It was an abortion. This is what she does. She goes and she talks about her weight and the fact that she doesn't have the baby anymore, when in reality she actually had the abortion. And she gets people on her side. She makes people feel bad for her. And the thing is, even though I don't believe what she's saying at this moment, I do believe the second half where Kristen, we already know Kristen's emotional. We already know she's the type of person where you can't say, you have to watch how you say things around her, because she'll easily get offended. She's rational enough to where it's just like, no, I didn't mean it. It's like, okay, cool. But she's someone who's easily offended. And someone like that irks me. Irks me. Mind you, she's still losing the baby weight from when she miscarried. So this time period, I said, that's fine. But if you're telling me this is how she normally is regardless, then I'm like, oh, God. Oh, okay. Now, Evelyn goes and she meets up with Jackie because Jackie is throwing this woman's party, you know, to embrace your bodies and your sexuality. And I said, that's great, but what about the other party for your new grandchild? That didn't happen yet. Okay, that takes time. We got it. Usually takes a moment. We want the baby to be able to actually be exposed to, other people with the germs and all that. But Jackie wants to make it very, very clear that she did not know that Malaysia was bringing Brandi, and it wasn't some secret plot, at least on her end. She was bamboozled like the rest of you. And Evelyn said, we don't have any problems. We weren't sure if you were in on it, so now you're telling us that you weren't? Okay, cool. That's all that matters. I said, okay, that's great. So we're moving on past that. They're looking at the cakes. They're looking at rock cakes. They're looking at cakes in the shape of women. Jackie wants the vagina to be lifelike. They said no 70s theme. We don't want bushes. We don't want a landing strip. I think they wanted it big. I said, okay, this is great. This is great and all. This is funny because this is right in line with Jackie. At home, we see Tammy. She's there with Reggie. And they're just having the moment. First, they kind of joke around, and Tammy talks about how, you know, she was on the fast track. She could have been Beyonce. Like, obviously, she could not be Beyonce, but she, maybe in 1994, she could have been Beyonce-like. I said, okay, okay. But things took a turn with her relationship and the kids and all that, so put the career in the back hole. I said, fine enough. Reggie said, I heard you. You can't sing. I love you, but you're a little delusional. She's like, oh, he's a Debbie Downer. I said, no, he's probably a realist. He's probably a realist. And she goes and she starts twerking because she said, oh, so you can sing and rap? Do something. So she gets up there and she moves her butt. And he was like, wait, you're doing this? Okay, stop it. Now, the other thing to that is he still wants a baby. Now, originally it was she needs to carry the baby. He wants the baby, wants it to be their DNA. But because she had already 3 miscarriages, now she's saying, what about we have a surrogate go and hold, you know, carry the baby? He said, oh, so how does that work? And he was like, well, get someone with my personality so that the baby always ends up being not me with the yeah, and we're good because after the eggs, you got the yeah, we're good. He said, what if the baby gets kidnapped from the surrogate? Well, she said, in that case, I'm going to have to cut her. I'm going to have to cut her. And I do like the fact that we got to see Tammy away from the girls in a different element. It was nice. Now, we see Jackie. She's talking to Saniy'yah because, what is it? No, Saniy'yah. Saniy'yah, and she likes Saniy'yah. She likes Saniy'yah. She gets along with Saniy'yah. They both are interested in female bodies. They both like to talk about sex. They both like to say what's on their mind, i.e. no filter. And they both like to drink. So Jackie's like, this is my girl. This is my girl. We get lit. I said, Jackie, don't ever say that. Don't ever say that. No, please don't ever say that. But now Jackie learns that from Saniy'yah, oh, you heard from me what you did. But at the end of the day, that little girl over there, yeah. Kristen, she's a liar. she's going and she's calling you guys because Asia also said that Kristen calls them the old, not the old lady gang, the Golden Girls, and how what was it? They're jealous and they're tired and all that stuff. And so now the information gets back to Jackie. It's like, really? And that, wait, she had an abortion? Oh, so she was lying? Oh, okay. Now at that moment, I knew Jackie wasn't just taking her word for it. She was just absorbing all the information like, this is crazy. So now Jackie goes and she runs into, well, she sets up a plan to go to this little store with Tammy and lets Tammy know that, you know how we were feeling bad for Kristen because of how things transpired? She was like, yeah, because it was ratchet. Yeah, I agree. But now I'm hearing stories that Kristen is lying herself, saying that she was calling us the Golden Girls. And it's like, the Golden Girls? The Golden Girls? Yeah, and that I said, I could see her saying that. I could definitely see her saying that. And that they were jealous and that they were haters and all this stuff. I said, no, no, that's not the case. No, no. But Jackie also let her know about, I also heard from Saniy'yah that she had an abortion. It's like, what? Yes! So we're going feeling bad for her. And of course, now Tammy's irritated and she figures, but she's not fully taking Jackie's word for it, which thankfully they're mature enough to know you can't just take a third-party source's word for it. But she said, that would be messed up since we all kind of felt bad since we all been through that. So it's like, yep, like all of them. Now, Tammy has a meet up with Evelyn before, and I'm glad that they invited Kristen there. That's what I'm talking. That's how it should be done. That's how you do it. That's how even the makeover, which was just a slap in the face, should have been presented to her, separate from other people, and say, would you be interested in this? That's it. Not this whole, oh, we want to give you a makeover. Ah, that's like a Build-A-Bear project where you're in a group of people. So now Tammy lets Evelyn in on the same information that Kirsten, you know, from Asia's sister actually said. Well, Saniy'yah heard from Asia's sister that Kirsten had an abortion, that it wasn't a miscarriage. And Evelyn's just like, wait a minute. Tammy's like, I know. That's why we invite her, to get the information. Also calling us the Golden Girls. So it's like, well, so if we were the Golden Girls, who'd be who? I think she said Evelyn was Blanche. I said, no, she did not. I think she said that Shawnee was B. Arthur. Jackie would have been the mother. Would have been Sophia, and Tammy thinks that she's Rose. I said, okay, if you think so. Because the thing, Rose was the best, which is B. Arthur's character, not B. Arthur, Betty White's character, because Rose, it was funny, even though she was just so dim-witted, no one really called her out on whenever she said something mean or rude, or when she was just blatantly honest and it was mean or rude. Because they're just like, oh, she's just stupid. Like, no, she just kind of told you about yourself, and you're just taking it. Okay, that's a skill. I want to learn that. So now Kirsten's there. It gets very awkward. They get drinks, and this like, cheers to, and then she was like, cheers to a good dinner. It's like, oh, yeah. Because they don't know how to bring up the information. And, of course, Evelyn reiterates, I apologize with the whole, what was it called? With the trying to set you up on that makeover mess. Don't do that again. But we heard some interesting stuff. We heard that you called us the Golden Girls and that, wow, we were jealous and we were haters and we were this and that. She said, yes, I called you the Golden Girls. I said, shout, A1 for honesty. I mean, A+ for honesty. But she said she didn't say the other stuff. And I said, okay, all right. She seems upfront enough, so I'll take her word for it. And I really appreciated the fact she was like, yeah, I sure did. But she was saying no. It was just like, because the Golden Girls, oh, they think they so fly and this and that. And I'm thinking, because of their age, it was like something iconic. And they said, well, Destiny's Child. And but I guess if you're doing a foursome, then yeah. But she was like, Destiny's Child. Well, Destiny's Child at one point did have 4 people. Or something else. Charlie's Angels. It's like, oh, no, but all right, if you're saying it wasn't with malicious intent, it's like, okay. But, and about the abortion, The miscarriage? No, the abortion. No, I had a miscarriage. Well, we heard from Jackie. Oh, so Jackie again is saying this stuff? Well, she heard it from Saniy'yah. Oh, so the woman who I don't like doesn't know me saying all this stuff? Because she heard it from your sister, Asia. Oh, now it makes sense. Asia's always been jealous of me. Asia, I don't know why. Now, before, I didn't know. But at least now I get it because I'm living a different lifestyle than she is, that maybe she wished that she was living. And so she's always been jealous. She's always been a hater. She's always made stuff up about me. And we know it's not impossible. Not at all. So we'll see. We'll see. The truth always comes out. The truth always comes out. And she was like, Asia was with me when I learned about the miscarriage. So for her to go and say something like that is foul. And that was it. That was it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know what you do.